Hello. Can you hear you guys still? Can you see me? Hear me? Okay. Give me a thumbs up if you can see me and hear me. Okay. Want to make sure the sound is good. Thank you. Okay. Good. 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 Thank you. Awesome. Yeah. You can. Can you still hear the music in the background? Oh, thank you. All right, welcome back, guys, for the day 3 of the unlocking your potential, your wealth. Oh, I think you can still hear the music in the background, huh? See if you can turn off the music in the background, please. Thank you. Okay, awesome. So yes, welcome back to day 3 of the masterclass. Are you guys ready? Hopefully you guys been with us since day 1 of the workshop. Okay, now you can see me better. Okay, awesome. So today I'm actually gonna be going over the last steps on how to unlocking your wealth within. Okay, so if you've been with us from day one, then you know that I cover 3 steps, right? So on day one, I talked about the first step. Day two, yesterday, I talked about the second step. So I'll do a quick review before we go into day 3. Okay, awesome. Okay, good. So again, if you need the workbook, it's right inside the Facebook group, and then this masterclass will be archived. So some people are catching the replay. That's totally okay. You just gotta go back to, I believe on the top it says guides under the guide section, and this is where you can find all of the previous masterclasses that we've been hosting every month. Yeah, almost every month. Yeah, I want to say every month. Yeah. Okay. So we host workshops and master classes. We talked about going from mindset to, we also talked a little bit about the money mindset, as well as when it comes to selling. What do you need when you are actually selling, right? So as entrepreneurs, and it doesn't matter what industry you're in, we're always selling, right? And the first person that you're selling is actually yourself. You have to actually sell yourself before you can sell other people, right? Good. Okay. So let me just do a quick review so you guys know what are the 3 steps. Okay. Yes. So the 3 steps, if you can write it down in the chat, if you haven't been following us for the past 3 days. And I know we're also streaming on YouTube. So just for people that are watching from YouTube, want to make sure that you have these 3 steps down. Okay. So step 1, so how do you bring out the infinite potential within you? Okay. Very easy, 3 simple steps. Actually, they're simple, but they're not easy to do. Okay. Again, I'm going to say that again. They're simple, but they're not easy to do. They're not easy to apply. And the reason is because we're so used to being ourselves. Right? We're so used to. It's like a habit of being ourselves. As a matter of fact, if you guys follow Dr. Joe Dispenza, anyone has heard about Dr. Joe? Hello. For those of you just tuning in, give a heart or a thumbs up so I know you're watching. I'm just going into a quick review of the past 2 days before we go into day 3. And like I was saying that if you guys follow Dr. Joe Dispenza, he's actually one of the very respected scientist, researcher. He's also someone that I follow his work. I've attended his workshop. So he actually has a book, and the book is called Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. Quite interesting, isn't it? The topic, breaking the habit of being yourself. So we're so used to being ourselves that it's become a habitual way of doing and thinking and acting. Right? So a lot of times we're not even consciously aware of a lot of things that we're thinking, we're acting, and we're feeling, because it's become a habit. Okay. So with that, there are 3 steps. How many steps? 3 steps. Yes. There are 3 simple steps. Number 1, write this down. And so for you guys to make it easier for you guys to remember, I actually put down the 3 A's. Okay? So you can put down the 3 A's. And what do they stand for? Number 1 is the awareness. So I know you can actually, hopefully you can see in the chat. So the 3A, the number 1 is called awareness. And like I mentioned before, that awareness is the first step to change. If you want to change anything, you have to first become aware of something. You cannot change something if you're not aware of it, right? How could you? Think about it. If you're not aware of for example, how to speak a different language, then even when people are talking, like you're among those people that are talking, that speaking the language, you wouldn't understand because you have no self recognition of what they're talking about, right? You have no awarenesses of what that is. Okay, so that's the reason why when it comes to change, whether that's change in your results, change in your mindset, change in your health, change in your relationships, the first step is always awareness. Okay, so write that down. And then the second A is actually alignment. So really quickly, so first of all, what are you aware of? I wanted to bring it up to your awareness, to bring your attention as to who you truly are. Who you truly are. Not who you pretend yourself to be. What do I mean by that? You might think that you know who you are, right? One of the questions on the workbook is, how well do you know you? If you have to give from a scale from 0 to 10, how well do you know yourself? Right? So I'm here to really wanted to bring awareness to you as to who you truly are, not who you think you are. Not who you think you are, but actually who you truly are. The truth of who you are, right? And the truth is that you are infinite. You are an infinite being, right? You have to understand that, okay? Because that is going to relate to all the other self concepts that I shared on day one. Okay, I'm not going to go into it today, but I cover self confidence, self esteem, self worth, self love, self image. Okay, so make sure you go back to day one and then to review all those different concepts when I talk about the self. Okay, good. So yesterday we talked about the second step, which is alignment. Alignment. What does alignment mean? Well, you have to just think about maybe the tires on your car, right? Sometimes the tires are out of alignment and you have to get them aligned, right? Because if they're out of alignment and the four wheels are going different directions, then it's hard for you to drive straight. You're probably gonna go like a zigzag. Okay, so alignment, why is alignment important? Because a lot of times, and this is most people are not even aware, okay? A lot of times that what you say you want and what you do are not in alignment. I'll give you an example. You'll hear people say, "Yeah, I want to be healthy, right? I want to be I want to lose weight." Okay, you hear people say that, right? Like, "Oh yeah, I'm on a diet," right? And then what happens? Their actions is totally the opposite. Meaning they don't exercise, they eat junk food, right? They don't eat, healthy vegetables and things like that, right? So they say they want one thing consciously, they will say they want something, but their action, it's the opposite. You see, so it's out of alignment. So when I'm talking about alignment, it's actually aligning you with what you say you want to what you're doing. Once you do that, then the third step, which is what I'm going to be talking about today, then the attraction becomes so much easier. Okay, so that's one part to alignment. So there's actually two, so you can see to remember. Okay, there are two parts to alignment. You want to write this down. The first part is the first part to alignment is it starts with the R. Okay, so make it easy for you guys to remember. Okay, the first step is to, can anyone tell me what's the first step for R? If you were on yesterday's call, then you would know. If not, you gotta watch the replay. Okay. Anybody knows? What is the first R? The first R is release. That's right, release. What are you releasing from? You're letting go. Okay? So, in order for you to create the life that you've never had, you have to be able to let go of your past. You have to let go of your circumstances. Okay? And this is not easy to do. It's really not easy to do, right? Because as human beings, we tend to what? We tend to hold on to things. Can anyone relate? We're so used to, we're creatures of habits, right? Once we go to like a certain, neighborhood, we don't want to move, right? Once we go to, some people go to a job, then they don't want to switch jobs, right? They're like, some people have been at their job for like 10 years, 20 years, right? So why is that? Yeah. Why is that? And the reason is because that they are used to are certain people, they're comfortable. Yes, thank you. That's right, himself. That's right. They're comfortable. Right. But then remember what I said? Comfort zone equals what? This is what I say from day one. Comfort zone equals danger zone. I think one of my clients said, like, oh, I've never heard that. She really liked that. I'm like, yeah, because everything outside comfortable, like we all want to be comfortable. Okay, there's no one person that will say, oh, I love being uncomfortable. Right? We all want to be in comfort, like we all want to be feel comfortable, we want to dress comfortably, we want to relax, right? But the thing is that growth is outside of your comfort zone, right? We've all heard that. So what that means is if you want to be able to grow and then have a different result, you have to be uncomfortable, right? Yep. Yep, that's right. Comfort zone equals danger zone. Yep. So when I talked about the release is yesterday I gave you an assignment for you to write down the labels that you've been giving yourself, that you've been carrying on, right? Unconsciously sometimes, right? You'll say things like, "Oh, I'm not that," right? I'm not good with technology, right? You hear a lot of elderly people, or not, they're not even elderly. They just say that, oh, I'm just not good with technology, right? Even young people, they'll say, I'm not good with technology. So because they say that, then guess what? They don't need to work, they don't need to learn. They don't need to put themselves out there to learn, right? So this is what the payoff is. There's always a payoff to certain things that you're saying. Okay? There's a payoff. But at the same time, because you're getting the payoff, it's also why it's making you stuck. Right? Because you can just say, oh, I'm not good with technology. Right? And then when it comes to social media, when it comes to digital marketing, then you're just like, oh, I'm not good at it. So that's why my business is not growing. You see? So, and that's something you have to let go of. You have to sacrifice. You have to sacrifice those excuses. Because if you keep those excuses, then you're not going to go anywhere. Okay, so that's why the first step is to release, is to let go. Okay, so then what happens after you let go? After you let go of those limiting beliefs, after you let go of those labels that maybe you given yourself or other people have given you, and you do that through a law I mentioned yesterday, law of forgiveness. Okay, so go back and watch when I talked about the law of forgiveness, and I can tell you, law of forgiveness is huge. Like I work with my clients and one of the first things that we work together on is actually law of forgiveness, right? Because a lot of them have been carrying, they've been carrying like these like responsibilities, guilt, shame, anger, resentment. They've been holding on to it for a long time, and it's carrying their weight. And that's why it's kind of on a low vibration. Okay. Once they're able to release that, guess what happens? Think about it. You've been carrying all these, beliefs and guilt, like carrying all these responsibility weights on your shoulder. Finally, when you finally let go, when you finally release, your vibration all naturally just goes up, like right. And when your vibration naturally goes up, then now you're able to attract, okay, those things that are on a higher vibration. Like what? Like manifestations, right? Like the things that they want to manifest, okay, will manifest faster because now there's nothing that's stopping them. You see, energy is all about flow. If you have something that's stuck in you, and this is actually in your bodies, okay, we stuck our emotions in our bodies, whether you know that or not. Okay, they're actually stored in the cells of our bodies. So as you let go, right, then energy can flow, so then you'll manifest faster. Okay, and that's a trick for you guys. Okay, that's the reason why it's so important to release. So after you release, guess what, now you have space, right? You let go of the things that no longer serve you, then you can actually replace or rewire. I like to call it rewire. Okay. That's a term that Dr. Joe uses. I like to use the rewire. So once you let go, then you have create a white space for you to rewire. Rewire what? Rewire the new sets of beliefs that you want to adopt, the new sets of identities that you want to adopt. Okay. So it's really simple. Okay. So I'm going to use the technology one, for example. So if you, let's just say that if you were someone who said, "Oh, I'm not good with technology," okay, and you're like, in order to grow my business, I really need to step up. I really need to learn how to navigate the technology, right? So then you let go of the belief that you're not good with technology, and then what identity or what belief you want to adopt? That technology is easy to navigate, and I'm having so much fun. You see? Now you're adopting a new set of belief. Okay? So that's just a quick recap of those two steps when it comes to alignment. Okay? So now we're ready. Yes? Good. So now we're ready to go into day 3. So, Sai, if you can pull up the workbook for us for the screen, that would be great. So today, thank you. This is a quote for day 3. Okay, every day there's a quote. This I'm going to read it for you. So it says that you don't attract what you want, you attract what you are. I'm going to say that again. You don't attract what you want, you attract what you are. I'm sure if you've been, maybe on my master classes where, even if you go to other people's like personal development classes, workshops, I'm sure most likely you have heard of this. Okay, heard of this saying. But most people don't really understand what this means. That's why I want to explain it for you guys. So what this is saying is that if you want the law of attraction to work, and I'm going to go into what really law of attraction is. Okay, most people don't have no idea what law of attraction is, just so you know. Okay? They think that, oh, I want money, so how come I'm not getting money, right? Because they misunderstood how law of attraction works. Right here, it says you don't attract what you want. So it's not because you want money, then you attract money. It's not like that. Okay, you attract what's on the same frequencies as what you want. I'm going to say that again. You attract what's on the same, you see, the same line, same frequency, same vibration, if you will, as what you want. So if money is what you want, then you have to tap into the frequency of money. What does money feel like? Anyone tell me in the chat. How does money make you feel like? Like, how does money make you feel like? Okay. I see freedom. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So money feels like freedom. So it feels free, right? It doesn't feel tight, right? So ask yourself this question. Every day on a day-to-day basis, do you feel like you feel kind of like free, relaxed, or do you feel tense and nervous or worry about money? See? Does that make sense? That's the reason why you don't attract what you want, you attract what you are. So it's the feeling that you're carrying around when you think about the things that you want to manifest. Okay. Maybe what money means to you is choices, is happiness, right? A lot of people think that when they have more money, then they'll be happy. It's not true. If you're not happy now, even if you have money, trust me, you won't be happy. Okay. But that's what most people think. Okay. So if you want to attract money that you think it's going to make you happy, guess what? Okay. So think about this. If you think money is going to attract it's you're going to be happy when you have money. So in order to attract money, you have to what? You have to be on the same vibration. So you have to be happy now, right? The mind, it has to be, you have to be happy. You're not able to be like, oh, like on a low frequency, like emotions and all the low vibration and think that you're gonna. So, okay, so if you look at this, okay, very simple. This is easy for you to understand. So you think happy is here, right? Happy is flowing as up here. And then here maybe is worry, doubt, not enough money, right? Do you see that? If you're hanging out here and money is here, you'll never be able to meet, right? Does that make sense? It's like tuning into FM radio, wanting to listen to AM. It will never happen. You're on the wrong frequency. Okay. That's really important for you to understand. So I hope you take some time and to actually slow down and think about it. Okay. All right. Shall we? Let's go into it. So, what is the third step? What is the third step to unlocking your wealth? Number one, I think that's the number one question is the third step, right? Hi, Sai, can you help go up a little bit? Yeah, thank you. Yep. Okay, perfect. Thank you. So the third step is, what did I say just now? Is attraction. Yes, thank you. Attraction. The third step is attraction. So let me explain to you what law of attraction means. Again, most people think they know what it is, but they really don't, because they will tell me, okay, I hear this all the time. They'll say, yeah, law of attraction doesn't work because I think about it. People tell me that I get what I want. I think about it and I get it, but I don't. Right? I want more money, but money doesn't come. Why is that? Okay, and the reason is because simply law of attraction, the law behind law of attraction is actually law of vibration. Okay, so write that down. Law of vibration. What does that mean? It means that everything in the world, okay, everything is vibrating at a certain frequency, right? I've been saying that everything is vibrating at a certain frequency, okay? And law of attraction says, very simple, like attract like. Like attract like. So if you want more money, if money is what you want, okay, you can want everything. You can want relationships, you can want more clients, right? Who wants more clients? If you want to have more money, then you have to get on the same frequency as money. Write that down. It's simple, right? If you want more money, then you got to get on the same frequency as money. So, what does money mean for you? And it's going to be different for everyone. So, write it out. Write out what money makes you feel. Not the lack of money, but the having of the money, right? Having of the money, what does that make you feel? It makes you feel, some people makes them feel peaceful, that they don't have to worry about money. So peace of mind, maybe peace of mind, or comfort. Oh, thank you, comfort. Yeah. Hey Marco, good to see you. Comfort. Okay. Okay. Comfortable. Yeah. It's at ease, right? There's a sense of at ease, right? It's not like, oh, I want it, I want it, I want it. Do you see that? That's a very different emotions behind that, right? So it should be very relaxing, right? No, not too much effort or energy or force, right? So think about it, okay? So if that's the case, then ask yourself, do I act like that? When it comes to spending money, do I feel like, oh, it's very natural. I feel comfortable spending money. Or do I feel like, I don't know if I should, like, I don't have clients, or, I have a lot of debt, and this makes me feel uneasy. Which one it is? Is it when you actually have to, spend money, does it make you feel, oh, relaxing, at ease, or does it make you, from people's like, oh, every time when they spend money, they're like, they tense up? Think about it. You want to be able to reflect yourself so you can change, right? Make sense? So the idea behind law of attraction, just become one with what is it that you want. Then you'll be able to attract it. If you want to easily attract clients, right, then the feeling is like, oh, okay, they will come to me. It's just relaxing, right? It's not like chasing. It's not like, where are my clients? Like, the feeling, right? It's not like force. Okay. Very, very important. Good. So now, in order to attract, okay, so think about it. In order to attract something, you have to be able to look at yourself. It's like a mirror, right? Very simple mirror. So whether that's health, relationship, freedom, clients, business, money, whatever it is, in order to attract it, you are the point of attraction. So you want to write that down. You want to attract something. Don't be out looking for things. You should be looking at yourself. You should be asking yourself, am I those qualities? Am I those things? So this is why it's so important to work on yourself before you go out and get things. Okay. First thing is always working on yourself. So with that said, that's why I want to move into self-images. Okay. Basically, what self-images are the way how you see about yourself and how other people see you as well. Self-images are how you see yourself and also how other people see you, how other people portray. Okay. So then the question number 3 is, blank self-images exist in you right now. Can anyone guess what the answer is? If you have never heard of this, I'm telling you, This is what determines your results actually in all areas of your life. So write this down. The question for number 3 is all self-images. Write that down. All self-images exist in you right now. However, it's the one that you choose to focus on. That's the one that grows. It's the one that you choose. Okay, you see that? I say you choose because you get to choose. It's the one you choose to focus on. That's the one that it will grow. So my question for you guys is, which one do you choose to focus on? Do you choose to focus on the old version of you, or do you choose to focus on the new version of you? And don't get me wrong, okay? There's nothing wrong with the old version of you. There's nothing wrong. Okay? As a matter of fact, the old version of you is the one who's created all the results in your life. Right? So do you have some good results? I'm pretty sure. Right? I'm pretty sure you have some good results in different areas of your life. Okay. But what I'm saying is, if in any areas of your life you want to improve upon, right? We're always improving. We can always improve upon something. Okay. If that's the case, then that's why we want to shift, right? We wanted to build a new version of you and then focus on that. Okay. So with the question number 4 is, I want you to put down your name. As you can see, the old you. Okay, so put down your name under there, under the blank. And then right next to it, under the new me, there's a blank to fill your name. And I wanted to share that your name is you. The next version of you is the version. It's just like iPhone, right? iPhone. I mean, I have iPhone, so I don't even know what version it is right now. Maybe like 10 or 12. You kind of lose count, right? But the fact that your iPhone always updates, because when there is something that's coming out that can make it more efficient or more effective, they will have an update. But when was the last time you upgraded yourself? Think about that. When was the last time you upgraded yourself? Maybe for some people is never, right? Like, when was the last time you consciously actually upgraded you? So, and that's what I would like to call, like, the next version of you is the you 2.0, right? So put your name there. It could be, for me, I'll put Amy Lynn 2.0. Okay. I've upgraded me a quite bit now. I'm ready for the next one. I think for me, maybe 3.0 now. Yeah, because I've done a lot of upgrading actually in the past few years. So, okay. So then after that, what you want to do, okay, you want to write out the traits of the old you, okay? And you can have, good, I don't want to say bad traits, right? It's just the traits that don't serve you. That's all. So one of the traits you can put down is, oh, I procrastinate, right? I think that's a big one that I hear people say. Procrastination, that could be, right? So on the left, you'll write down procrastination, right? So this is where you want to get honest with yourself, right? Again, don't beat yourself up. You don't want to be hard on yourself, remember, but you want to just to take a look at it, right? And said, okay, I procrastinate. If I were to change that, if I were to change, procrastination, how would that improve my business? How will that improve my personal life? Right? So explore that option. Okay, so then on the left side, if you don't no longer want to procrastinate, then what traits would you like to embody? What traits would you like to include? Then that could be fast decision making, right? See, it's the opposite of what's been going on in your life. Okay, so it could be fast decision making, right? Um, so write out, this is your assignment, okay? I want you to actually take some time to sit down and write them out. What are some traits of me that that's served me up to this point? And what are some traits that you maybe you want to carry on to the new you? For example, maybe you have a trait that you are always on time. Like you always arrive early. Okay, that's a good trait. You can actually bring it along to the new version of you, right? That you're always on time or you're always early, right? Then bring that, write that in onto the right. Okay, so again, I'm not telling you to let go everything about you. Okay, it's not possible anyway. But to just look at some of the traits of you that you just like, it just doesn't serve me, right? Maybe snoozing, I don't know. It doesn't serve you, right? So then the new trait of you is someone who wakes up like that, right? Maybe that will serve you. Yeah. One of my clients, I don't think he's on call. I'm not gonna say his name, but he would like to wake up early, right? So then he had to let go of his old identity of someone who sleeps in, right? And then every day, and he has to. I keep him accountable. Okay, so every morning at 7 a.m. he would text me like, "Good morning," right? To make him accountable because the new trade, the new version of him wakes up early. That's what he said he wanted, right? So do you see that? Do you guys see that? How this works? Write down a version of you that you no longer want to carry, no longer want to be, and then write on the right hand side of how you want it to be. Okay? Very simple. Don't overcomplicate it. Okay? And then when you scroll down on the bottom, it's going to say avatar. Okay? So what does that mean? So an avatar is someone who not only have traits, but also maybe personality wise, right? Someone who is easygoing, someone who has patience, right? How about the physiques? Also include the physiques. Someone who takes care, who looks after their self images, right? Someone who always dresses up for success, right? That could be the new you, right? Can you imagine me coming on the calls and then wearing a t-shirt? Right? Can you imagine that? Like imagine what kind of image would that portray to for you guys, whether you know me or not. Okay, just imagine I come on and wearing a t-shirt, right? It's very different. It's as I if I change, where I'm wearing what I'm wearing. Hey, Victor, good to see you. Yes, yes, thank you for writing that assignment out. Okay, so after this, after you write down the avatar of how you want it to be, you know what you need to do next? You need to give attention to it. Once you give attention to the new you, every day more and more showing up as the person, him or her, you know what's going to happen with the old version of you? Guess what's going to happen to the old version of you? If you're focused, okay, again, wherever the energy goes, the focus will go, okay? So if your focus is focusing on building the new version of me, I'm showing up as him, I'm showing up as her, the old version of you eventually will sizzle out. The old version of you will sizzle out, right? That's how it works. That's how you reprogram the version of you. Okay. Again, it sounds simple, right? It sounds very simple, isn't it? But then it's not easy to do. That's the reason why you need to have, I want to say, your support group, right? You need to have like a accountability partner. Absolutely. You need to have a coach or a mentor who's able to guide you, right? Because imagine if you're going down like this road by yourself and you can't see anything and you're like, oh, I don't know, right? You need someone to guide you. It's like, hey, no, like you went off a little bit, come back, right? So that's why having a mentor or a coach will save you a lot of time. Who likes to save time here? Let me know in the chat. Who would like to waste time? How about that? Who likes to waste time? I don't think anybody wants to waste time, right? So if you want to save time of how long it takes to get to your goals and start living the life you want, get yourself a mentor. Okay. All right. So moving on, the next one, please. Sorry. Victor says no. Yeah, no, not wasting time. We don't. Time is very precious. Honestly, money can always be earned, but time, once you waste time, that's it. Okay. So number 5, who is that person who's already living his or her dream? Create a mental picture of that version of you. So how do you do this? Very simple. Yesterday, if you follow the instructions from day 2, I asked you to create how you want your life to be in all 6 areas of your life, right? If you remember, it included financially, how you want your life to look like. How about your health? How you want your health to look like, vitality, right? Your physiques, your energy level. Number 3 is your relationships, how you want your relationships to be like. Whether that's relationships with yourself, first and foremost, your relationships with romantic relationship, right? Or the third one, relationships with like family or loved ones or business relationships. Okay. Number 4, I believe that was purpose. We talked about purpose and impact. Okay. What kind of impact you want to make? And then the next one is personal development and spirituality. Personal development and spirituality. Okay. So if you have done the homework from yesterday, you kind of allow your imagination to go out, right? And you wrote down how you want the vision to look like, then that will be easier to do this part, this section here. Okay, you see, that's what everything is building on one with the other. Okay, so in order for you to have a clear mental picture of that person, you have to create yesterday the vision of how you want your life to be. Okay, along with what kind of traits you want, right, from the previous number 4. Okay, so I'll give you an example. If you want to be someone who is successful, okay, and success is a different definition for everybody. Okay, whatever definition for success means look like to you. Okay, so then in this part, you would say that, for example, you're someone who wakes up early, right? You wake up at 7 a.m. Okay, and when you wake up, what do? You work on yourself, right? First thing, remember I said it's always working on yourself. So what does that mean? Maybe you'll have a routine. You'll do meditation, right? To work on your mind. Your exercise, right? You go to the gym where you do some exercises, yoga, right, at home, right, to work on your body. And then also maybe you read 10 minutes a day, right, to work on your mind. And you think about your goals, right? And then you take this time to visualize the life you want to create. You see? So that's a routine of someone who is successful, right? If you don't know what to write here, guys, just Google the successful people's habits. I mean, there's a lot, right? Millionaire successful habits. Okay, but just so you know that just because some people wake up early doesn't mean that you have to wake up early. Okay, I want to make that very clear. Because some people they're just night owls, right? They're more active, they're more productive at night. That's fine. I think Tony Robbins, he said that he's someone like that, right? That's totally fine, right? But what kind of habits, what kind of habitual way of doing things that you wanna start doing, okay? Also, how does that person make decisions? You want to write that down. This is huge. The power of making decisions, how you make decisions will dictate what kind of person you are. How you make decisions. Think about this. Ask yourself, how do you currently make decisions? What do you make your decisions upon? Are you the one who goes and asks someone else, hey, what do you think I should do? Do you think I should go for that? Are you the one that goes like asking other people? If you're someone who goes out and asking other people what you should do, you'll never be able to make a lot of money. I'll tell you that. You don't have to believe me. This is straight from Think and Grow Rich from Napoleon Hill. In the chapter on decision making. I remember because I was reading this with my clients yesterday. The one on decision making. Go read it. It says in there, if you have no opinions of your own, you're not going to be able to make money. Imagine that, right? Because you don't even know. And if people tell you, hey, I think that's a good idea. Oh, I don't think that's a good idea. Like, then you're just like a ping pong machine, right? People just like, throw you off. You have no opinion of your own. Okay, so you want to write this down. You want to make sure that you're someone who make decisions fast. Okay, that's a trait of successful people. Okay, again, I will encourage you to read the chapter from Think and Grow Rich on decision. Right off of the chapter, he talks about that successful people, among the 500 wealthy people, they've all become millionaires. They all agree that they make decisions fast. So if you want to be a millionaire, okay, I don't know if that's your goal, okay? If it was, then build that into your self-image, okay? Someone who make decisions fast. Okay, what else? Think about something. I gave you guys some ideas already. What else? What other things that you wanted to include in your self-image? Okay, put that in here. You the more clear that you are, the more that you're able to start showing up as that person. Okay. Yes, make decisions fast. I know every time I talk about decision because it's so important. Okay. All right. So again, the more you clear about that image, then you're able to focus your attention on that, right? Whatever you give focus to will expand. So as you grow, as you expand that, then the old version of you will eventually just fizzle out. Okay. And then you'll still, and guess what's going to happen? You're going to see your results in your life start shifting. You're going to start seeing your results in your life start shifting. Guaranteed. Okay. All right. The last question. So what's next? And I purposely put that word here. Okay. If you look at this, and this is the part, again, I said that most people don't really understand what law of attraction is. So people, okay, it's not their fault, okay? But people think that, okay, then I'm just going to sit here and think about what I want, become what I want, and then it would just fall on my lap. Okay? Take a look at the word attraction here. You can look at my screen. What does the word breaks down to? As you can see, attract, action, right? So in order for you to really hone in and tap into the laws of the universe, in this case, law of attraction, you have to do the second part, which is the action part. What action are you going to take today? No action, no result. Things don't just happen, okay? Just so you know. Everything that's happening in your life, you created it. Do you believe that? Take a look at it. Everything in your life, you've created it. But the question is, did you create something intentionally or unintentionally? Most people create things unconsciously. Oh, this happened. Okay, good. Oh, that doesn't happen. Okay, right? Again, it's like going through life. It's like letting outside things. Whatever comes, they just like, okay, right? They have no opinion of their own, and they have no goals on their own. So, what does this mean? What actions are you going to take today to start shifting? Because nothing will happen until you start taking action. Nothing happens until you start taking actions. Yep, that's right, Victor. Yep. So ask yourself this question: what actions are you going to take? You got to take some sort of actions, right? Like again, when you come on calls, like when you come on the master classes, like calls like this, it's great when you're listening to me, right? But it's not going to change your life. It won't, right? Maybe you learn something, right? But then if you don't apply them, tomorrow you're just going to forget about it. So it doesn't change your life. The only time it's going to change your life, it's actually when you take action, when you actually do something about it. Okay? So what I want to do, I want to make it easy for you. Okay? The one actions that you can take, okay, the first action you can take, okay, and don't overthink this, okay, is I recommend you to book a call with me. Okay? A clarity call. Okay, why do I call it the clarity call? Is so that we can sit down and create a plan for you. Okay, so it's all good to listen to what I was sharing, right? But tell me, who's really going to apply this? Who is really going to take what I've shared and apply? Not many people, right? So I encourage you to book a call with me. So on this call, we can actually sit down and create a plan for you, right? So it's not just listening to information, because nothing changes until you do something different. Okay, so hopefully you're able to click on the link in the chat. I think I see it. Or yeah, where there's a QR code. Okay, that's the first action you can take. And guess what? Right now, I'm offering free clarity calls for you guys. Okay, it's and I tell you, it's not gonna be free much longer, just because I won't have time to do that. Um, or you'll be maybe talking to someone from my team. Okay, so I highly recommend you take advantage of it before I make it go away. Okay, it's free. Like if you have to think about it, that it doesn't cost you anything, and you still have to think about it, then guess what? All of your goals and all of your dreams, and then they're just gonna be there, still bored. They're not gonna do anything. Okay, so making it easy for you, book a call with me on my calendar, and then we can sit down and talk and have a strategy plan for you. Okay. With that, I want to thank all of you for attending and being, learning in the past 3 days. So I hope you walk away with a lot of different concepts that I've shared with you. Okay. And the reason why I'm here to share with you is because through all these applications and learnings I've done in my life, I've created a life where I have abundance, abundance of money, abundance of time. I created opulence. Okay, so if you see me in the group, and why I'm saying this is not to it's not to for you to, hey, look at me, I'm so good and this and that. It's not that. I'm just here to show you that I've done this myself and I've shifted so much in the past 2 years that I can show you how to do it, right? I've shown my clients on how to do it. One of my clients I was talking to yesterday, maybe some of you might have seen him on the call. His name is Atish. He's been with me for 2 years. And he told me yesterday, literally yesterday, that he 3 times his income last year. 3 times his income, right? So again, if that's something that you're thinking about it, okay, don't think about it. Just book a call with me, okay? All right, guys. That's it. I want to thank you and I'll see you next time. Have a good day. Bye, guys.